Ahorita só esse pizza, meu povo, está sossego. Aqui.
وين مرة
هذا اللي جواب بخير كان إذا أنت من دارك ولا كسبت كم دير السوشيال سريع ده تشو لورك. This is a male patient. We are here in Pakistan. Today is 7th March 2021. The first checkup here was on 20/11/2020. That was the lumbocerebral spine. Just look at this. And these were the giants. We are here in Pakistan. My name is Dr.Ghulam Farooq. Here is my first question from the world is why we suffering of coronary artery disease when there is ultraviolet B rays which is hit the skin and converted to 7D hydrocholesterol to cholecalciferol. Can we think because that ultraviolet B rays converted to that 7-dihydrocholesterol to cholecalciferol when not hit by the skin by the ultraviolet B rays, that is converted to cholesterol, lead to hyperlipidemia, which is the #1 cause of death in the world. And that cholecalciferol function absorb the calcium for the bones and teeth, rest of the cell of the body, and also absorb the magnesium. So that deficiency in the world lead to depressive disorders in tachycardia, loss of ears, and autism, and burning souls, and aggressive mood, and suicide, homicide, and sleep problems, and headache, and bad taste in the mouth, and obsessive compulsive syndrome, and depression, and anxieties, and cochlear nerve become weak, so early deafness, and vestibular nerve become weak, there is vertigo, and loss of self-confidence, and depressive disorder, and mania, and there is also dementia. And the when the bone vitamin become deficient, there is no proper use of zinc in the body. Also the direct sunlight making the lethalidine and stimulate the lymphocytes, so the immune system become depressed. So that is the reason the world is suffering of corona and tuberculosis, asthma, and different infections, especially the streptococcus, which hit the throats in the second. The consequences of that lead to rheumatic disease and acute glomerulonephritis. When also the autoimmune system becomes stimulated during bone vitamin deficiency, and there is psoriasis, vertigo, and diabetes mellitus, and different types of malignancy like colon, prostate, and thyroid, and ovarian, and breast tumors. Because my objective here, because the Quran and Hadith are the real books in which there is treatment for all the health problems. I am coming after that, after few minutes. When someone not use direct ultraviolet B rays on the skin, that 7-dihydrocholesterol converted to cholesterol, they lead to hyperlipidemia, and the world suffering for the decades, especially after 1930, of cardiovascular disease, which is the #1 cause of death. In the second is the osteoporosis. But for me, the more common disease in the world is pain in the joints and pain in the whole body. So when the bone vitamin C, which is actually a corticosteroid, become deficient, now the body need calcium for the bone and teeth for the rest of the cells. So the parathyroid hormone is increased, which is called the rate which is eating the roots of the tree or the tip of the bone. So now this hormone is trying to produce calcium for the rest of the cell other than bones and teeth. So they removing calcium from the bones. So the world suffering of rickets, back pain because the vertebrae become weak, and the joints pain become the bones become weak. So there is osteoarthritis early, too much, and the ossicles become weak. So the early deafness and the generalized body pain and lazy and loss if someone not used bone vitamin before 16 years, there is a short stature. And when the bone vitamin become decrease in parathyroid hormone remain increase, there is no reabsorption of the calcium from the renal tubule, which is #1 cause of renal stones in the world. So that was the scientist who given butter in 1921 to the rats. The rats were weak in vision and they weak as a whole. When they given the rat butter, the rats become healthy and with good vision. When they reheated the butter, the vision loss and the rats become remain healthy. So they label, okay, this is just bone vitamin. Then the windows come and they again started butter and using sunlight on the skin of the rats, so they become healthy. So the people also started, so they given the name, okay, this is not only bone vitamin, that label is smart vitamin. And after that in 2005 the name is changed from the bone vitamin to corticosteroid. This is hormone which is making definitely the bone, but there is no cell in the body for which there is no receptor in the body for the function of the for the bone vitamin. So throughout the world the research is all the female throughout the world, because my name is Dr. Ghulam Farooq. We are here in Pakistan. I am a cardiologist. I belong to Pakistan. I am lucky, my country is Muslim country, my country is sunny country. Anyhow, I coming because all the female throughout the world when deficient with bone vitamin, 60 to 80% female will be go for hospital delivery. If someone is sufficient with bone vitamin, should not be less than 75. There is 400 chance to that female will be delivered at home safely. Anyhow, there is other causes of gynecological and obstetrician. So if someone born in the world at the home or the hospital, the mother milk is deficient with bone vitamin and magnesium, so that will be loaded with 2 lakh units of D or 800 to 1000 units of bone vitamin daily up to 5 months. Then after 5 months, the International Light Association in the world recommend the lower limb 5-inch skin of the baby should be exposed 5 inch every day to the sunlight. Up to 15 months and after 15 months to up to 36 months, that skin should be 10 inch for 10 minutes to direct sunlight. And after 3 years of the baby age, the whole body should be exposed at least for 20 minutes. But as in Islam, not allowed to expose the skin in the public places, even the limb skin. So the limbs and the arm skin should be exposed to the direct sunlight. So the direct sunlight come and they hit the skin, and that pathway is started. Now we come into the Quran and Hadith. Because for all the human beings throughout the world, we need balanced diet. Balanced diet, full of minerals, full of vitamins, full of proteins, full of trace element, carbohydrate and fats. And that diet was Mansalwa. That was a special diet from God for the Bani Israel, as in mentioned in Quran. Then when they accumulating that food, the God banned that food, and then after that the God allowed to eat all the things except pork and the flowing blood. But some ethnicity people refused, and then the God banned, okay, only you people, if you want to eat the pork, then you will only eat the fats which is attached to the back and entrail. So in Islam one can eat all the halal things, especially cholesterol. Then there was Aswabika who are refused to follow the instructions of the king, which was the name of the Kanus. And then they because that Aswabika were Muslim, so there was they left that zone and they go to the hill, and they were sleeping for more than 300 years. The geometry, the tunnel mouth, one towards the north and the another to the south, so they were sleeping for more than 300 years. As in detail of Quran, that was a special gap from the God. If that the tunnel mouth toward the west, there was more chances to burn the skin of the Swabica. So there was basically there were diversion of direct sunlight from the skin of a Swabica. And there is also in Quran and there is a special book which is called Kitabul Libas, also in Muslim, and there was special instruction for the male, ma asfala man kabeni fina. The male when walking, for the male, not for the female, they should be exposed the skin of the lower limb, the mulus area, about 1/4 the lower skin of the leg. So this is the secret, because if sunlight come and hit that skin, and the 7-dihydrocholesterol in that portion of the skin is converted to cholecalciferol, and that cholecalciferol in turn should be absorbed the calcium for the bones and tin and for the rest of the body, and that cholesterol will be not go high, so there will be less chances of hyperlipidemia and less chances of acute coronary syndrome. And that bone vitamin will be absorbed the magnesium, so there will be no depression and no sweating and no loss of hair and no depression, no suicide, no homicide, and no sinus tachycardia, and no bedrest in the mouth is the function of magnesium. And that sunlight will be produce lethicidine and stimulate lymphocyte and proper use of zinc, so there will be good immune system to combat the organisms, especially the corona and tuberculosis and other organisms and allergies are to immune system malignancy. So that was the Greece time who were using heliotherapy, and no one know that why there was heliotherapy, and that was the Fenson who treated the lupus vulgaris. Lupus vulgaris, as everyone know, the tuberculosis of the skin, who was treated with phototherapy, who was awarded the Nobel Prize. Now look at the pandemic of the corona, because the white circle around the sun is called corona. The white circle around the sun and moon is called corona. So the God, as everyone know in the world, the sunlight ultraviolet rays is called free medicine. Unfortunately, the cardiac societies of the world don't know so far why there is hyperlipidemia, and they lost so millions, trillions money to make the guideline for lipid management, but so far no one know what is the thing in the skin when hit by the ultraviolet B rays, and that is converted to cholecalciferol. As in about 72 years back, there was, as in 1651, the Gleason diagnosed rickets, but he not reached the cause in their level. This is an English disease which is more common in Somerset. Then about 272 years back, there was 3 health problems, that was rickets and polio and TB. As in the English people label that health problems as darkness disease. But the rickets especially here in Pakistan, is called brain weakness and some genetic problems and this. And this rickets were labeled by some Pathan for more than decade years. In Pashto, I will be using these words, that Pathan, the objective of Pathan was that that baby should be exposed to direct sunlight and should be given cholesterol. So one day we should be use more cholesterol if someone using direct sunlight on the skin for the prevention of unlimited health problems for 60 years. Let's see all my challenge to all the scientists of the present world, what can they search for any solution for these health problems, which is not the diseases, just these are discomforts, and because there is in Quran shifa for all the health problems. So the earth is the same, sunlight is the same, ultraviolet B has the same. Earth is contaminated just due to human beings and vehicles and factories in the world. So throughout the world, the cardiologist specialist should be asked from the patient, are you using direct sunlight on the skin in summer or not? This should be the first question from the cardiac patient. And for the pain of the back and joints, the orthopedic specialist throughout the world should be asked, are you using direct sunlight on the skin in summer? Even for the depression, for everyone. Yes, I accept all other health problems, genetic, chromosomal, and other congenital disease in every system, but I don't accept any health problems. I am against all the scientists of the world. I don't accept the health problems which is occurring due to not using direct sunlight on especially the skin of the limbs during summer, direct or indirect. The indoor health problems, our people are using analgesic, and so they're damaging the renal system and digestive system, and they are suffering of depressive disorder, so they are suffering of to fight with another. And also there is hepatitis B and C, so common, because if someone not have problem, that will be not contaminated with some contaminated syringe and other thing. Let's see, this is my patient when that was 22/11, and the level of D was just 12, should not be less than 60. So many people ask from me, what is the level of D? From my side, the D level should at the level that someone not feel any discomfort in the body up to 6 years. So, but this is the secret of the guard. If someone using supplements should not be exposed the skin to the direct sunlight, because there will be toxicity and they lead to rupture of the brain vessels and kidney shutdown. No one know the secret of God, as no one know why this is occurring. But from my side, the level should be not less than 75, and as everyone know, the plasma half-life of bone vitamin is 50%. 14 days. It means in 14 days the bone vitamin become deficient 50%. Let's see, my patient is okay, and this is dilated heart, and that was ischemic, and thanks God now he can walk even 1 kilometer without complaint. Anyhow, before that someone also given bone vitamin. Anyhow, in Pakistan, when I have started in 2015, no one is aware about that, what is bone vitamin, and no one aware from the natural source. So I am lucky my country is Pakistan, and Pakistan is a sunny country and Muslim countries. So I am inviting all the people from the world who have no sunlight or the sun with more gamma rays or A rays, so come to Pakistan. You can enjoy our country. We are good people, we are loving people, we are not terrorists. Okay, thank you.